Hi and welcome to Best in Tesla News, episode 49. The Tesla stock continues its flight to the stars and Elon Musk becomes the richest man on the planet. And the EV market is doing very well in Europe and so is Tesla. And Daimler is paying engineers to quit and the $25,000 Tesla might come sooner than we thought. And the Tesla bear admits mistake after missing out on 1200% rally. Ouch. All this and much more to come on today's episode. So let's dive right in.
Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
The EV market continues to dominate in Norway, but Tesla is back on top. Sorry, Gordon Johnson, wrong again. Yes, 87% of the new cars sold in December were rechargeable and 2/3 all electric. Just amazing, Norway. And we have seen these kind of numbers in the last couple of months from Norway, but even the total year of 2020, the market share of EV in Norway was 54.3%. Yes, EV beats ICE cars in Norway in 2020. And Norway has been used by haters and short sellers for a couple of months now for them to show that Tesla sales in Europe had collapsed. But I have tried many times to explain that Tesla numbers are low in the beginning of a quarter and high in the end of the quarter. Every quarter, every year. But in the very beginning of a quarter, short sellers are screaming about bad sales number, Tesla collapsing. Like in October, where Tesla only delivered 341 cars in Norway, short sellers like Gordon Johnson were out talking about the collapse of Tesla sales. But as expected, Tesla is now back on top, even beating the newly released Volkswagen ID.3. Yes, Gordon Johnson, Tesla Model 3 was the best-selling EV in Norway in December. What do you have to say about that? So, no, Tesla's sales are not collapsing anywhere, and not in Europe either. Best-selling EV in Norway in December, and number 2 in total in the year, only beaten by the Audi e-tron that has done very well in Norway. And just look at this chart. That is Norway's auto sales through the last 10 years. That is making a total switch. And just look at the last 5 years. Yes, this is how fast it can go. Imagine how the next 5 years is going to look like on a global scale. Yes, you need to get on board this EV revolution freight train that is taking off if you don't want to be left behind with your old dinosaur cars. And in the Netherlands, they ended off the year strong with an EV market share in December of 69%. Tesla Model 3 at the number 2 spot and the Volkswagen ID.3 at the number 1 spot. Very impressive since it had only started sales in November. And Germany also hits record in December with 27% EV market share. Yes, Europe is going all electric and doing it fast. And the number 1 selling EV in 2020 in Denmark was also Tesla Model 3. Even the best-selling car in September, not just EV. And now the UK can join that. Model 3 was the best-selling car, no matter fuel type, in the UK in December. And again, beating the ID.3, but as I talked about in my last video, the ID.3 is losing a bit of momentum, maybe because they are starting to get through the pre-orders and the dealerships don't want to sell their EV. So at some point the sales of the ID.3 will go down. Also because Volkswagen is not producing a lot of them, so they have no chance of keeping up with Tesla in 2021. Because Tesla's delivery growth is accelerating. December delivery was 61% year over year, compared to 44% in September 2020 and 23% in December 2019. Yes, Tesla is about to leave everyone behind in 2021. And the total EV market share in December in UK was also almost a quarter of the auto market. And Sweden hit record with 50% plug-in market share in December as well. Yes, EVs are doing great in Europe, and so is Tesla. No demand problem here. Yes, so much good news about Tesla. No wonder the Tesla stock price has just blown up. The Tesla stock price passed the $800 mark and didn't look back, ending the week off at $880. Yes, post-split, we are now over the $4,400 mark that ARK Invest did predict 3 years ago, where Kathy from ARK Invest said that Tesla would be at $4,000 within the next 5 years.
We've been very focused on his autonomous taxi network opportunity, which we think could take the stock, get ready, to $4,000.
$4,000?
$4,000 if we're right, the bull case.
That's a Super Bowl case.
That's a super, and 10 times that $420. That's the bull case.
Over what time frame?
This is over the next 5 years. We could see Tesla going to $4,000.
Everyone laughed at Kathy's prediction, but now Kathy is laughing all the way to the bank. And the short sellers that did laugh have lost $40 billion in 2020. But when we look at some of the haters of Tesla, it clearly shows that they're just hating, don't know anything about it. Just check out this tweet from a guy called Larry. In June he wrote, "How stupid do you have to be to buy Tesla stock at $900? And now he writes again, "It has dropped from 900 when I first tweeted and now it's down to 800. Who's laughing now, huh?" I am. Sorry, Larry, that would be $4,000 to your $900 post-split. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Moving on. And we were only 7 days into 2021 before Elon Musk became the richest man on the planet, taking the #1 spot from Jeff Bezos.
Jeff who?
And Elon replied to a tweet from Tesla owner Silicon Valley about this and saying, "How strange." And later Elon Musk wrote, "Well, back to work." Yeah. And connecting the dot made this very funny movie poster about the poor short sellers. Mark Spiegel, Gordon Johnson, Jim Daniels, David Einhorn, the big short-sighted. This is a true story from the author of SpaceX and PayPal in the stock market near you. Good one. But it is not only the short sellers and the haters that are getting things wrong. Even Morgan Stanley, that is changing their targets, still don't get just how fast Tesla will grow. They predicted in 2014 that Tesla would not make more than 300,000 cars in 2020. So that was a big miss. While Elon Musk was right on the money, predicting 500,000 in 2020, also back in 2014. And now Adam Jones from Morgan Stanley is updating Tesla's stock price to $810, but still only predicting 5.2 million vehicles sold in 2030. This is going to be an even bigger miss. They are waking up, but still don't get it. And some of the analysts are even admitting their mistake with the Tesla stock. In a recent note, RBC Capital Market analyst Joseph Spark, who has been a long time bear on Tesla amid his arrow after missing out on Tesla's 1,200% rally since early 2019. He wrote, "There is no graceful way of putting this other than to say we got Tesla stock completely wrong." And they have now raised the target from $339 to $700. And again, like Morgan Stanley, they still don't get the growth Tesla is in, because they did only rise their delivery numbers in 2025 from 1.3 to 1.7 million vehicles. Yeah, that is going to be more like in 2022. But nice to see some of these analysts starting to admit they have been wrong, even though they still don't quite get what kind of company Tesla is and the kind of growth they're in and where they're heading. One that did get where Tesla was going, even though he was not an analyst and jumped on the train just in time, is one of my subscribers, Ben, an actor, a writer, and as he put it, my #1 fan, thank you Ben, from Santa Barbara, California. He was doing quite well, making $200,000 a year until last year. So not bad, but he decided he could do better. Therefore he quit his job and put $200,000 into Tesla. Man, I wish I had $200,000 to put in Tesla, because Ben shared with me and now with you how his Tesla account was doing after this crazy week's run. He now has over $9 million. Wow. And Ben are, of course, still holding. Yeah, not an analyst like Mark Spiegel. But Ben, compared to Mark Spiegel, is actually making money. But one analyst that does get it, just like Kathy from Mark Invest, is Chamath, that has been behind Tesla for many years. I can't put it better than he does. So let's end this talk about Tesla stock with hearing a little short clip of Chamath from CNBC.
700% in a year? Elon Musk is now the richest person in the world as of today, passes Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, it's really incredible, actually. I mean, he's somebody I've known for a really long time. I've looked up to him for a long time. And here's what I would say, that he built a great car company, and somewhere along the way, about 5 or 6 years ago, what I thought he was building was an energy company, and that eventually people would realize that climate change actually mattered. And it's taken 5 or 6 years for everybody to realize the same thing, and he's being rewarded. The world's richest person should be somebody that's fixing and fighting climate change. I think the reality is that Tesla is a distributed energy business, right? They are figuring out how to harness energy, how to store it, and then how to use it in a way to allow humans to be productive. Cars are a manifestation, but solar panels are as well, power walls are as well. And I'm telling you right now, Scott, the big disruption that's coming is to power utilities. There are trillions of dollars of bonds, of capex, of value sitting inside the energy generation infrastructure of the world that is going to go upside down. And when that goes pear-shaped, Tesla will double and triple again. And I think, I tweeted this a while ago that I thought the world's first trillionaire would be a person fighting climate change. It very well could be Elon, but if it's not him, it'll be somebody like him, but it'll be because of this. Delivering clean energy, allowing the world to be sustainable is an incredibly important thing that will be rewarded by markets and individuals.
And you're just going to ride, you said 2 or 3 times higher than where it is now. You're just going to ride that wave?
Scott, I don't understand why people are so focused on selling things that work. Let's just, I'll make up a number. Let's just say I owned $1 billion of Tesla stock. If I sold it, now I have $1 billion problem. What do I do with that money? What about if it was 100 million? What about if it was just 10,000? 10 billion? It doesn't matter what the number is. The point is that when things are working, you're paid to stay with people that know what they're doing. And this is a guy who has consistently been one of the most important entrepreneurs in the world. And so why bet against him? It's the same thing with Bezos. Why bet against him? And there are a handful of other people. Anthony Noto, who we just talked to today, is yet another person. You get behind these people who have incredibly strong character, who know what they're doing, who aren't going to bend to short-term profits, and who are just going to drive the train for 10 or 20 years and make the world a better place. Get behind them. The best way to summarize this, by the way, is a friend of ours who we mentioned earlier, Bill Gurley, has this great phrase: when the music's on, you got to dance. And so these guys are dancing. They are in rhythm. They're in flow. Let them do their thing. Get behind them. Don't sell a share. Just let them create value.
Yep, Tesla is doubling and tripling again. Yeah, don't bet against Elon. Just don't. He's the man that did this, for crying out loud. Yeah. And the other guys can't get their software to work. And one of the big chess pieces to make 2021 very special is the Giga Texas factory. And it's going up like nothing else. And now Tesla added several new positions to its job listing over the last week. This place is quickly becoming a real place. And let's take a look at Joe Tagtmeyer's flyover, where we see so much going on and how the buildings are really coming alive. And I can highly recommend you go watch Joe Tagtmeyer's video from the 7th of January. Because his video is not only flyover, he also talks about how we can see the foundation of the Giga casting machines are being built, and he explains very well how this will play out and compare it to the Giga factory in both Shanghai and Berlin. And just look at this and farm. As I said before, I'm glad I'm not the project leader on this project, because man, that's a lot going on. I will leave a link to his video in the show notes. Can't wait to see this factory and ecological paradise that is open to the public being done. Going to be epic. And Elon Musk shared a video of the Gigafactory 4 covered in snow. Looking so nice and looking almost done. We can really start to see the end picture taking shape here. And even though the building is looking kind of flat, Elon did tweet that some of the buildings are actually 5 stories high. And according to Alex, that tweet a lot of good news about the Gigafactory 4. The first engineers start working in Grundheide in 3 weeks. Nice. It's getting real soon. And the Gigafactory 3 production is sprinting along. Currently, Gigafactory Shanghai has the capacity to produce 5,000 Model 3s and 3,000 Model Ys per week, according to a recent study published by Chinese Industrial Securities. And this is only going to grow as the year goes by. But Tesla can just produce as many Model Ys as they can, because demand for this car in China is off the chart. And even with this great production rate, it will take Tesla about half a year to get through the Model Ys that was ordered in just the first day. Tesla China is going to explode this year. It is only a question of how fast they can scale up, because they will sell every car they make. I know there's competition in China, but they are just not Tesla. Just look at the Tesla store compared to Xpeng or NIO. Just not the same. And there are even rumors about NIO buyers cancelling their reservations of the EC6 in bulk since 1st of January, after the Tesla Model Y price cut. Ouch. And the Made in China Model Y gets the bioweapon defense mode and HEPA filters. Oh, jealous. I want that button. And the new Made in China Model Y has a 29.4% gross margin, according to Gosen Securities, who analyzes the cost of building the car compared to the selling price. They of course don't know the exact price of building the car, but they will get pretty close. And the gross margin of the Model Y are around 3 times the industry average, which hover about 8 to 10% for luxury cars. This means that Tesla is making around 3 times the amount of money per unit compared to any other car maker. Yeah, Tesla is making money on their cars, not on maintenance like the old guys. And yes, legacy automakers are not making a lot of money on selling their cars. Just take a look at this chart here that Roger Rudd has put together. That is showing Volkswagen numbers from 2019, because we still don't have the 2020 numbers. But here we can see Tesla compared to Volkswagen passenger car division's 25 models from 2019. 12 times Tesla's deliveries, but less EBIT. Operating profits. Yeah, Tesla is turning the whole car industry on its head, showing how the new business model is going to look like. And it seems like Elon, as predicted, was sandbagging the timeline of the $25,000 Tesla. It might already start production next year. An eco-assessment report for Giga Shanghai recently provided a teaser about a third Tesla car that will be produced at the Chinese-based factory. The document hints that Tesla is looking to produce a new car at the Gigafactory Shanghai as early as 2022, and it will be priced between 160 to 200,000 RMB, about $25,000 to $30,000. The new car was reportedly approved as early as September 2020, and product verification is supposed to be complete around March 2021. The vehicle, which is reportedly being based on the Model 3 chassis, will take its place as Tesla's entry-level EV in the country. This is very exciting if this turns out to be true, that the $25,000 Tesla will already be out in 2022. That will really shoot Tesla to the stars and be a big blow to legacy automakers. And SpaceX had their first launch of the year with the Turksat 5A mission, the first of many launches this year. That will be a very busy year for SpaceX. And the booster, of course, landed safely back on the drone ship, and it was the 4th launch and landing for this booster. And it was the 71th booster landing and the 50 reflown booster. Wow, perfect start in 2021 for SpaceX. And we have seen the Starship SN9 prototype making a successful static fire test. Yes, I'm ready to get the next Starship to fly. Bring it on. And RGV here tweeted that he put 2 Starships into his photo, but it was only Photoshop. But Elon did reply, it will be real soon. And RGV asked if we could see this within the next couple of weeks, and Elon answered, yes. So exciting. And SpaceX official says that Starlink internet will be offered in the Philippines this year. So Starlink is coming to Asia in 2021. But not only that, it will also come to Greece in April as well, and much more. As Elon wrote on Twitter, several thousands more Starlink beta participants invitations going out this week. And Viv asked Elon on Twitter, Europe when? And Elon replied, as soon as we get country approval. Oh yes, we will see a lot of Starlink internet pop up all over the world in 2021. And then Kai Arne from Norway asked about full self-driving in his tweet and said, please implement full self-driving functions for Norway. And Elon said, Canada and Norway are next after we get US out of early beta. Coming soon. And if you haven't seen my video about SpaceX, the little scrappy company, you must. Definitely one of my best videos to date. Hope you will check it out. And let's squeeze the last news topics into this news show. Yes, it's time for the Tesla shorts. And some short sellers just don't learn. Mark B. Spiegel, Mr. BS, is now shorting ARK Invest. What the? Does he just want to lose money? Shorting one of the best performing ETFs of 2020? Mr. BS has officially lost it. He has been really hateful, but can't help feeling a bit sorry for the guy. He is digging his own grave. And one employee from Tesla is going on early retirement. He tweeted, this morning I submitted my retirement notice to my employee. Thanks Elon Musk and Tesla, I'm retiring at the age of 43. I also want to thank everyone in the Tesla community, where collectively we saw through and fought the fight. The shared knowledge and support contribute to my ability to hold a large Tesla position that achieved what I had envisioned for me, an early retirement. Congratulations. And we did get confirmation from Panasonic that they are working on the 4680 cell for Tesla. The Panasonic president noted that the development of the 4680 cell for Tesla are already underway, though he did note that some challenge remains with regards to the production ramp of the battery themselves due to their high capacity. Tesla is rumored to be behind a new large industrial building currently being completed near Seattle, Washington. The building should be around 5 acres, so a bit large for an office building or service centers. So what do you think they're building up there? And it seemed like Tesla is planning to expand its New York Gigafactory, and the company began recruitment for the 2 positions related to the construction progress there. Construction project manager and construction superintendent. Yes, Tesla is preparing for its growing energy business to the whole world. And Tesla is now offering the Tesla Model Y standard range for $41,900 and also offers it as a 7-seater. Elon had said they would not do this. Maybe it's just to poke at Ford's Mark E. That starts about $42,000. But this could mean even more deliveries. Tesla will open a new customer service center in London. And just to rub a little salt in the wound of the legacy automakers, it is an old Porsche dealership that is being turned into a Tesla store. Tesla acquire license for commercial import to Israel. Sales start in a few days, and Tesla superchargers are arriving in Israel ahead of the start of sales. So Tesla's growth was on a rocket through the year and stepped it up even more in Q4 of 2020. But how did the competition do? GM and Toyota is up. Nice. And yeah, the rest is down. Average without Tesla is minus 4.8% growth. Tesla is up 61%. Yeah, competition is coming at some point. Maybe. Volkswagen announced that it is making a new batch of ID.4's first edition electric SUV for the US market after selling out the first batch. The ID.4 is the first globally available new electric vehicle built by Volkswagen on their MEB platform. Very cool to see Volkswagen pushing along. Madrid is getting rid of diesel buses by 2023. They have just ordered 520 zero-emission buses to get rid of their 390 diesel buses that are driving around the streets of Madrid today. Very nice. Tesla's full self-driving Beta just made a trip of 350 miles with 0 interventions. The owner of the full self-driving Beta, whole Mars Gatalog, shared on YouTube a video in which he made a 6-hour journey with absolute 0 human driving. Nice. Link to this video in the show notes. And Daimler is reducing its workforce by 30,000. The CEO is trimming the company to a smaller, more profitable organization. Right now, Daimler is offering up to 250,000 euros to engineers if they sign up to exit. Tesla is hiring them for a lower salary. Win, win, win. So yet another automaker that is going for short-term profits instead of going for long-term survival. This could be a very bad move. And before we end up with a bit of fun, I just want to make a quick shout out to my new patrons and members of this channel. Mike Gunselman, Roger Manley, Nimal Ratnayak, something like that, Laura Sanborn, Ingmar Jansson, David Pengili, Hilliard Jason, Neil Collins, Clivell, Robert Groff, Emmanuel, thank you for watching, members, Ernest Bennett, Randy Stalding, Shazanai, something like that, sorry, and Jon Uckman, Norman Heiss. Thank you so much for your support, guys. And let's end off with a bit of fun. And like Chamath said, let's get behind this man and dance. Everybody get up and dance and celebrate the awesome year Tesla just had in 2020 and the mind-blowing year we have just entered. Let's get behind Elon and do the Musketeer dance. Yep, Elon, keep on dancing. And that's all we have time for in this new show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps this video out a lot. And if you did like it, maybe you want to consider hitting that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. If you want to support the channel even more, remember you can, for as little as $1, become a patron of the show and get your shout out here on this channel. You can also become a member of Best in Tesla YouTube channel and get shout outs and some extra perks. Hit the members button to find out more. But going forward, I will make more videos available for Patreons and members only, so don't miss out. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I tweet all the news and more in there as it comes out. And check out the merch store to support this show and get some merchandise. And now it's also possible to support this show without buying anything, becoming a member or a Patreon. There is a link to a donation option in the show notes. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.